Well, hello, my Wednesday warriors. I'm Elliot Bright, and this is the Gaily News. It's August 19th. Here's a quick summary of today's BS. A California pharmacy got its windows smashed and an anti-LGBTQ plus slur painted across the glass after putting up pride signs. Then, a Missouri library that banned pride flags is now facing a challenge to ban the Bible. On to Gillian Anderson opening up about a secret same-sex relationship in high school. Internationally, flag culture wars have arrived in progressive Iceland. And Ofcom is investigating GB News after a guest linked pride to pedophilia. Let's dig in. We start in Woodland, California. Corner Drug Company, a family-owned pharmacy that's been part of the downtown for generations, displayed pride signs and stickers that said, "Hate has no business here." Over the weekend, someone smashed a window and spray painted an anti-LGBTQ plus slur across the glass. Owners Sarah Shelley and Eric Daniels cleaned up with their family, documented everything, and made it clear the attack will not change their stance. They said they can fix a window, but the person who did this will always be broken. The pharmacy is also planning donations to local LGBTQ plus groups. Supporting a community should not require boarding up your storefront. In Woodland, it did. In St. Charles County, Missouri, the library board banned pride flags and ally pins as personal belief items. A patron named Brian Rorda responded by formally challenging the King James Bible, citing its repeated descriptions of violence. He said he doesn't actually want the Bible banned. He just wants the same standard applied evenly. The board reviewed the challenge and voted to keep the Bible on the shelves. The episode exposes the selective nature of these neutrality policies. Symbols of queer belonging get treated as political while other materials sail through. The protest made the double standard visible. Gillian Anderson is speaking more openly about her past. In a Sunday Times interview, the actress described one of her first relationships with an older girl in high school after her family moved from London to Grand Rapids, Michigan. She said it felt secretive and illicit and wrong, and they had to hide. A boyfriend later found out and ended things. Anderson has said she didn't have the language at the time to understand what she was experiencing, even as she continued having relationships with women later in life. Celebrity honesty about queer youth still matters because so many people still grow up without the words or the safety to name what they feel. Overseas, the culture wars over flags have reached Iceland. Ahead of the country's EU referendum, the national flag has been pulled into identity debates by the far right. Iceland ranks among the most LGBTQ plus friendly nations in Europe. The fact that even there the flag is being weaponized shows how portable these fights have become. Progressive reputation is not a permanent shield. And in the UK, the media regulator Ofcom is investigating GB News after more than 12,000 complaints about comments by guest Caroline Farrow. She linked pride parades to bestiality and pedophilia. The regulator is examining whether the remarks breached broadcasting standards. This is the same tired playbook. Take a celebration of queer existence and smear it with the most extreme accusations possible. The volume of complaints suggests a lot of people are tired of hearing it. That's the landscape on this Wednesday. A pharmacy attacked for showing pride. A library forced to confront its own double standard on the Bible. An actress naming a hidden piece of her youth. Flag fights in Iceland. And a British broadcaster under investigation for equating pride with the worst kinds of harm. The hostility keeps finding new stages. So does the refusal to stay quiet. Thank you for spending this time with the Gaily News. I'm Elliot Bright. If you aren't already following us wherever you're listening, please do. Check out our Instagram and TikTok pages and send us to some friends. We could use the likes, follows, and additional traffic. Much love, friends. Come back tomorrow. Same energy, fresh headlines. Stay fierce.